Senator Wicker, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. General Walters, in the last few moments, we're seeing news reports that Moscow is committing to withdrawing a majority of its forces surrounding Kyiv. Of course, it's now afternoon where the negotiators are. Multiple teams have been withdrawn from the axis of the attack, and DoD officials are saying they see this as a major strategy shift, according to news reports. What is your assessment of the authority and status of the current Russians who are negotiating at this moment? We had heard reports initially that they were not sending the A-team to these negotiations.
Senator, I've heard those same reports, but I can't verify whether or not they're the varsity or the junior varsity. I can verify that the comments you made with respect to the shifting dynamics in the ground domain in the vicinity of Kyiv are exactly what we see from a EUCOM perspective.
Okay, well, we'll see how significant that is. I've got my doubts, but we certainly hope for peace. Let me just ask you, in terms of permanently stationed forces in EUCOM, is our current posture enough? What are the numbers there, and should the United States have more permanent or rotational forces in EUCOM and specifically in the Baltics?
Senator, the numbers increase from a U.S. perspective as a result of the incursion into Ukraine by Russia have boosted our numbers from 60 to approximately 100,000. What I also examine in my other command hat is the increase of European involvement, and in specific targeting of what we're doing with respect to the population and the capability increase in the Baltics. We've seen a dramatic shift as a result of contributions from multiple nations. Several have been published in open press. Germany, the United Kingdom, Denmark have all been very, very generous with respect to their recent contributions to the EFP battle groups.
But, sir, what is your recommendation as to more permanent U.S. forces?
I think what we need to do from a U.S. force perspective is look at what takes place in Europe following the completion of the Ukraine-Russia scenario and examine the European contributions, and based off the breadth and depth of the European contributions, be prepared to adjust the U.S. contributions. And my suspicion is we're going to still need more. And obviously there's always a mix between the requirement of permanent versus rotational, and there are pluses and minuses of each one. We'll have to continue to examine the European contributions to make a smart decision about where to go in the future.
Okay. Let me ask you about expectations when this war began. What we were hearing is the Russians would defeat the Ukrainians and obtain their invasion objectives within 5 days or so. Is there an intelligence gap in our capability that made us overestimate the Russians and underestimate the defensive capability of the Ukrainians?
Senator, there could be, and as we've always done in the past, when this crisis is over with, we will accomplish a comprehensive after-action review in all domains and in all departments, and find out where our weak areas were, and make sure that we can find ways to improve. And this could be one of those areas.
And then finally, what barriers do you see increasing the number of DDGs in Rota to 6?
Senator, the infrastructure is set as a result of the tremendous EDI contributions over the years. And as we speak, we have temporarily put more destroyers into EUCOM's portfolio, and we've been able to test the infrastructure receptiveness in Rota to taking on 2 more cruiser destroyers, and we're ready, willing, and able to support.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator